was aging by the minute, it seemed, for 4 years, and now he looks to me 5 years younger. I think you know the fact that
he's dyeing his hair.
I heard from Presidential Advisor David Axelrod not long ago. He said the president was in good spirits, enjoyed the worship service this morning, but was still working on his remarks. You're using every minute you can to get this just right.
Oh, to get it just right.
That's the orange and black of Oregon State, the coach's scarf.
David, how much does this president in a second term think about his legacy?
Every president thinks about their legacy. And of course, he's spending more time than in sort of untraditional ways doing it by meeting with presidential historians every now and then to really talk about what it means to establish a legacy and how we can do it. So, you know, he studied second terms. He said he was familiar with the literature of it. He reads a lot, and so I think he thinks about it more. And he's honest about it. Bill Clinton used to say he wasn't thinking about it, but of course every president is.
I mean, one of the first remarks he made at his post-election press conference was, "I'm familiar with the literature about second-term presidents, about overreach."
Look at that scene of all those people there, all those flags waving. That is what the president will see as he stands up to take the oath of office. An extraordinary sight.
Not all presidents are given moments where they can actually build a legacy. You know, Bill Clinton ended up being a president during the Pax Romana. He was a time of peace and not that much turbulence. This president has the challenges that'll test him and will put him in history for good or ill.
I think that's right.
Yeah, the crowd behind us, it's basically shoulder to shoulder, people standing all the way up, all the way through to the Capitol, even people as far back. And let's listen in as the president is in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Barack H. Obama, accompanied by Staff Director for the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, Gene Hardwin Borowich, Senate Sergeant-at-Arms Terrence W. Gaynor, the House Sergeant-at-Arms Paul Irving, Chairman of the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, Senator Charles E. Schumer, Senator Lamar Alexander, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, John Boehner, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, House Majority Leader Eric Cantor, and House Democratic Leader Nancy Pelosi.
Joe Biden was just saying to the president, whether it was brought a smile to his face. They seem to be bantering a bit.
least they come together for Thanksgiving. It's a nice moment to see.
Well, I think so, but I think they have both really found, to your point, Gloria, they've both found their rhythm. I look at, Biden as sort of more friendly LBJ, and this is the JFK. And there it is.
There's Bill Clinton observing.
I think everybody on that platform is so thrilled to be there and have that unique vantage point. It's a seat that few people could ever even imagine having.
And also, you just saw a flash there of Myrlie Evers, the widow of Medgar Evers. Medgar Evers could have been as big as Dr. King, gunned down in front of his family, and she was not able to get here for the March on Washington.
Chairman of the
her husband, she was there tonight.
Inaugural ceremonies, the Honorable Charles E. Schumer.
It was complete for the Evers family.
Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, members of Congress, all who are present, and to all who are watching, welcome to the Capitol and to this celebration of our great democracy. Now, this is the 57th inauguration of an American president, and no matter how many times one witnesses this event, its simplicity, its innate majesty, and most of all its meaning, that sacred yet cautious and trusting of power, from we the people to our chosen leader, never fails to make one's heart beat faster, as it will today with the inauguration of President Barack H. Obama. Now, we know that we would not be here today were it not for those who stand guard around the world to preserve our freedom. To those in our armed forces, we offer our infinite thanks for your bravery, your honor, your sacrifice.
Oh, say hi.
This democracy of ours was forged by intellect and argument, by activism and blood, and above all, from John Adams to Elizabeth Cady Stanton to Martin Luther King, by a stubborn adherence to the notion that we are all created equal and that we deserve nothing less than a great republic worthy of our consent. The theme of this year's inaugural is faith in America's future. The perfect embodiment of this unshakable confidence in the ongoing success of our collective journey is an event from our past. I speak of the improbable completion of the Capitol Dome and capping it with the Statue of Freedom, which occurred 150 years ago in 1863. When Abraham Lincoln took office 2 years earlier, the dome above us was a half-built eyesore. Conventional wisdom was that it should be left unfinished until the war ended, given the travails and financial needs of the times. But to President Lincoln, the half-finished dome symbolized the half-divided nation. Lincoln said, "If people see the Capitol going on, it is a sign we intend the Union shall go on." And so, despite the conflict which engulfed the nation and surrounded the city, the dome continued to rise. On December 2nd, 1863, the Statue of Freedom, a woman, was placed atop the dome where she still stands today. In a sublime irony, it was a former slave, now free American, Philip Reed, who helped to cast the bronze statue. Now, our present times are not as perilous or as despairing as they were in 1863. But in 2013, far too many doubt the future of this great nation and our ability to tackle our own era's half-finished domes. Today's problems are intractable, they say. The times are so complex, the differences in the country and the world so deep, we will never overcome them. When thoughts like these produce anxiety, fear, and even despair, we do well to remember that Americans have always been, and still are, a practical, optimistic, problem-solving people. And that, as our history shows, no matter how steep the climb, how difficult the problems, how half-finished the task, America always rises to the occasion. America prevails, and America prospers. And those who bet against this country have inevitably been on the wrong side of history. So, it is a good moment to gaze upward and behold the Statue of Freedom at the top of the Capitol Dome. It is a good moment to gain strength and courage and humility from those who are determined to complete the half-finished dome. It is a good moment to rejoice today at this 57th presidential inaugural ceremony, and it is the perfect moment to renew our collective faith in the future of America. Thank you, and God bless these United States. In that spirit of faith, I would now like to introduce civil rights leader Myrlie Evers, who has committed her life to extending the promise of our nation's founding principles to all Americans. Mrs. Evers will lead us in the invocation.
America, we are here, our nation's capital, on this day, January the 21st, 2013, the inauguration of our 45th President, Barack Obama. We come at this time to ask blessings upon our leaders, the President, Vice President, members of Congress, all elected and appointed officials of the United States of America. We are here to ask blessings upon our armed forces, blessings upon all who contribute to the essence of the American spirit, the American dream, the opportunity to become whatever our mankind, womankind, allows us to be. This is the promise of America. As we sing the words of belief, "This is my country," let us act upon the meaning that everyone is included. May the inherent dignity and inalienable rights of every woman, man, boy, and girl be honored. May all your